Wanda order. Roll call, please, Wanda.
Kenny Engelhardt.
Here.
Mary Gill. Here. Sean Hamilton. Quentin Harmon.
Here.
Cindy Klein. Here. Steve Rogers.
Here.
Ken Miller.
Here. Please stand for the pledge.
One allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Mr. Smith, you want to lead off, please?
Sure. Good evening, everybody. Before we take comments from our public hearing, I just want to remind the board where we were with respect to levy. There really aren't many changes. There's just some refinements from tentative levy that you saw in November. But we're estimating that the EAV that'll end up at rate settings to be about $933 million. Just remember 520 of that comes from Constellation's property at Dresden Station. That leaves about $413 million for all other EAV. We're approximating that to be about an 8.4% increase. And as part of that, the GE Hitachi facility was once again assessed at 6.4, 6.2, and some of that neighborhood. That's a value that we dispute. We've disputed it for several years now. Our appraisal estimates put the value of that facility at a little bit more than $200 million. And so we have filed a complaint with the board of review. We hope that to be heard at their sessions in January, February timeframe in early 2024. And so from a levying perspective, if we include that dollar amount, that means that we would see a little bit more than $1 billion in estimated EAV. So the total levy that we're proposing is about $37 million, 3.7 million of that toward the debt service, which puts 33 million of that toward really the operating levy. If you want to think of it, all the funds excluding the debt service, it's about a 23.5% increase. Remember that the way that it works is the levy, which resulted in an extension, looks at what the rate setting EAV is in total and where the tax rate needs to be. Now, as a result of our agreement with Dresden Nuclear Station, we have a trigger rate that's in place. We also have maximums on our tax rate. Those act as guardrails against what the total tax rate can be and how much it can go up. In the event that the board of review were to agree with our presentation of value for the GE Hitachi facility, that would set our total tax rate at about $3.40. In the event that we were unsuccessful at the board of review, just like every year, the trigger rates would come into play and the levy would be adjusted down to those levels that are set forth by the trigger rate agreement. So in the event that there is additional extension in the favorable board review ruling, those dollars that would be gained in excess would be placed into reserve and would be used by the board for facility maintenance projects, capital projects, those kinds of things. So with that said, the information's in the book, and when we get back into the open session of the meeting, you'll have the chance to vote on it then. But just need to remind everybody where we were with respect to what this year's levy is. So,
Okay. So the Board of Education approved tentative 2023 property tax levy on Wednesday, November 1st, 2023. Notice was published in the Coal City Courant newspaper on Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023. If there are any guests who would like to make comment about the proposed tax levy increase, this would be the appropriate time. And I would say that, you will have 5 minutes. I'd like to have you stand, state your name, where you live, and you'll have 5 minutes to speak about the issue. Go ahead, Matt.
Good evening. My name is Matt Melvin, a Coal City resident. In seeing the school district's 2023 tax levy request, I was immediately frustrated to see the 25.7% or close to $7 million levy increase proposed. While I'm appreciative of the district's protest filed for the GE Hitachi plant, as all taxpayers should pay their fair share. In some instances such as this, it does not necessarily make sense for a taxing body to capture all EAV. GE Hitachi is a facility which stores spent nuclear rods. Pending results of the board of review, it may or may not be discovered that this company has been previously underassessed. However, this underassessment has zero impact on school district operations as this facility has been around for years. There will be no change in enrollment, no additional jobs created, simply just a change in valuation. So why is the district trying to capture 100% of this EAV? I reviewed the fiscal year 2023 audit report and discovered an 8.5 month general fund reserve, which is at the top end of a healthy 6 to 9 month operating reserve taxing bodies should strive to maintain, as recommended by the auditors, which the school district has. This district has constructed 3 new buildings, completed a significant renovation to high school, among other significant capital projects over the last 25 years. Basically, our school district is in a great financial position with an 8.5 month general fund reserve and has debatably the best facilities of any school in our immediate area. So why does the district need an additional $7 million in fiscal year 2024 and each year thereafter? To me, the answer is simple. It's a mindset of many taxing bodies to cap limited tax rates and capture all assessed valuation possible. Oftentimes, this is the best route to keep taxing bodies afloat. However, Coal City School District is not struggling to stay afloat. They're in a great financial position, which is a kudos to all those in this room, and of course to Dresden Generating Station. Comparatively, as the finance director for Grundy County, I've been able to reduce the county's tax rate 25% from 0.7293 in 2018 to an estimated 0.5456 in 2023 after I started my position back in 2019. The county's 2023 levy request is $14,470,000, which is less than the levy was back in 2018. So the levy for the county was reduced 3 years in a row from 2019 to 2022, a small increase this year in 2023. And I understand the county and school district are 2 very different taxing bodies and don't correlate to one another. However, I mean, what is consistent is we both control what property taxes our taxpayers pay and should review our financial position and try to minimize the cost to our taxpayers. Another common denominator here recently was planning for a potential Dresden closure, which thankfully to everyone, this did not happen. However, by the county reducing our levy and not capping our rates, if Dresden were to close tomorrow, the county has available EAV to keep our levy request where it is and continue operations as is. So by not capturing the full GE Hitachi EAV, if increased, the district can hopefully start to plan to bridge the gap on their end as well. If the GE Hitachi protest is denied by the board of review, the levy will be limited to the capped rates, as Mr. Smith mentioned, and probably be a $2 to $3 million levy increase. So taxpayers might not actually see the 25.7% increase come to fruition. However, the district's fiscal year 2024 budget is balanced with current levy amounts, while the district had net incomes of 3.3 and 4.6 million over the last 2 fiscal years. So again, this circles me back to the point of why does the district need the extra $7 million in annual revenue? Why not pass some of the savings on to the taxpayers? So tonight I'm asking that the school board and administration review their current financial position, review the levy asks, and truly analyze what's needed versus what is easy, and just to be responsible to the taxpayers. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thanks. Is there anybody else who wishes to speak? Okay, hearing none, then we would consider the public hearing on the proposed tax increase closed at this point. So at 6:09, then I will call the December 6th Board of Education meeting to order. And let's do the roll call, please, Luanda.
Dan Engelhardt.
Here.
Mary Gill. Here. Sean Hamilton. Mike Harmon.
Here.
Cindy Klein. Here. Steve Rogers.
Here.
And Miller.
Okay, so welcome, everybody. Glad to have you here. And then we've got some people here that would like to speak, and we can certainly do that. We want to jump to that's not here, right?
Right, we're gonna have the manacles come in first.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, they're out there ready to go.
All right.
So we're very lucky tonight. We have our 2023 to 24 Coal City High School Manacles with us. Their performance is coming up this weekend. Very excited to have them. I got to see them last night. A preview of it at the high school concert and chorus concert. So they're here, they're gonna perform a couple songs for us. They are under the direction of our Mrs. Ann Gill and Mrs. Shannon Augustino. So we appreciate them coming in. Squeeze on in.
Come on
Wanna
now.
get everybody to curl around too if you need. As I said, they have a performance on Friday at 7. And then Sunday they have, or excuse me, Friday at 7, Saturday at 7, but Saturday they have a little help me out, Ann, what's the name?
A grazing table, so
Thank you.
think charcuterie board on a large scale.
So they do have that earlier on Saturday, and then Sunday they have a 2 o'clock performance, all at the Performing Arts Center. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to our students.
The streets of our bells all seem to say, go get some light, Christmas is here, bringing in the cheer, so we don't need all to cheer from everybody.
Hello, again, we are the Coal City Madrigals, and this person on the right is Jester Mason Nadishon.
Hey, and this is our senior jester, Adeline Dowling.
And we want to introduce the rest of our board of Trustees here.
We have Lady Anastasia Papach,
Lady Elizabeth Natus,
Lady Amelia Fritz,
Lady Eliana Chanesky,
Lady Cora Armstrong,
Lady Melody Kinder,
Lady Elsa Bunton,
Lady Olivia Vota,
Lady Gianna Savarino,
Lord Leo McCants,
and Lord Sam Voda. Where our back line come to the front, please.
First, we have Lord Giovanni Bruno,
We have Lady Caroline Childers, Lady Chesterine Poole, Lord Mackenzie Brown,
Lord Stephen Byers,
and Lord Jordan Olson.
most importantly,
Yes.
our king and queen, which is His Royal Majesty King Jared Andrew Countermount.
And the queen herself, Lady Elena Patton. We'll sing another song for you.
Hear Noel. The trees that are in love with the rivers of dawn. The rising of the sun, the deer, the play of creation, it's sweet singing of wine. Singing, singing,
Thank you guys.
Good.
For that amazing scene that you guys, everybody just did. Thank you very much. No, they're working very hard on it. Thank you, Ms. Agostino, Ms. Still for the time and effort you put into it. Yeah, she's hiding. But thank you, outstanding. I'm looking forward to Friday night when I'll be there, so it'll be awesome. I know as it always is. So thank you very much.
Great job.
Thank you.
Are you having fun?
Yes.
You know what? That's the most important part of it. If you're having fun and you're learning something, that is wonderful. Great job and the best of luck with your performances, okay? Merry Christmas, kid. Okay, at this point then I would ask if there's any communication from the floor in regard to agenda items or anything in the
I know we do have one thing, but
Hi, my name is Julia Keneto. I am also a resident. I do have an exchange student. His name is Ricardo. He's from Italy. When we first registered him at school, we registered him as a senior, and we were told he will be graduated by the principal of that school. And then he came back and said, no, he can't, because there's a form from his agency, which is called CASE, that says he cannot graduate. We talked to the agency, they sent another paper saying that's okay for him to graduate. And then we were told he does not have enough credit. That's when I talked to the, I'm sorry, if that's your name, I can't remember. Thank you. And he said, okay, I'm gonna relay the message to Mr. Principal. The very next day, he did call me and said that Ricardo does not have enough credit to graduate, so he cannot be graduating. I did tell Ricardo to print out all his transcript and take it to his counselor. Today, his counselor said that he does have enough credit, but it's not up to him to decide for him to graduate. So he's working really hard. He actually added 3 AB classes that he did not have to take to even graduate for that credit. And he would love to graduate from Coal City High School. And he's doing his best, and I would really like, I don't know who's responsible, who's in charge to do that, but to look into it, and if he really deserves, like, he has what it takes to graduate, we're not asking for extra. For you to look into it and let us know if he can graduate, so we can go. He was registered as a senior, he was allowed to buy his gown and cap, so I don't know what's the help back at this moment. And once we get the answer for that, if it's not go for him, we would like to know who do we go to next. So I don't know if Ricardo wants to say something, if it's okay.
yes.
I'm sure Ricardo. As you know, I'm a senior, and as Julia said, they told us that I would graduate this year. We all remember this, but the principal doesn't, and I am trying to do my best to attend this here in America, and I want to thank you all to have accepted me in this school, because it's an honor for me to stay here and live this experience in the United States. As she said, I'm trying to do my best. All my classes are over the A's, and I'm trying to keep all the average over the A's. And I'm enrolled in 2 OIP classes, 1 in-class P classes. And I hope you choose for me, you decide for me for my graduation, because I will be honored to graduate this year and enjoy this experience with my senior friends as a senior. Thank you.
Thank you.
No,
Anybody else that would like to speak?
no, but I would like to introduce Jacob. He's not gonna speak, but he's our other exchange student from Germany. Who's so excited, he broke his finger while he was practicing basketball.
He's on basketball team. And
Yes.
unfortunately, made the team and then broke his finger.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's not. Okay,
Yeah, I think they're awesome.
you will get back to them and, we'll let you know.
Yeah, he's trying to agree that you can.
Okay, well, thank you for coming, we appreciate that. Okay,
You guys are welcome to stick around, if you like, you're welcome to leave.
whatever you'd like to do, it's up to you. You don't have to, you don't have to.
And the problem is smart candidates.
We have to stay, but you don't.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on then with our business, are there any items that the board would like?
Actually, before I can talk real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's okay,
Absolutely.
so on there, we had that, Mr. Mystic was gonna come in and talk to the board, as well as, Mrs. Conley.
Yes.
Once I kind of talked about what they were wanting to discuss with the board, I talked to them and said, you know what, why don't you guys not worry about it? I'll talk here a little bit during the, regular session about what they're asking the board for. And really, we came to the conclusion they really didn't need to ask for. So I'll explain more later, but I just wanted to let everybody know why they're on there. But then yesterday, we kind of talked and said, you guys don't need to come in, there's no reason.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure the board,
Yeah.
and I'll talk a little bit later about that.
No problem.
Thank you.
Sure. Any items the board would like to remove from the consent agenda? All right, hearing none, then I will entertain a first and second motion to approve the consent agenda, including the minutes and closed session minutes from the regular meeting of November 1st, the October activity fund reports, the October treasurer's report, November monthly manual checks report, November payrolls, December accounts payable, personnel items, including approval of resignations, employments, leave requests, extracurricular assignments, job descriptions, and approving the following building usages as listed. Mary so moves and Dan seconds. Roll call, please, Luanda.
Mary Gill. Yes. Danny Eagleheart.
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
Cindy Klein. Yes. Steve Rogers.
Yes.
And Mel.
Yes. Okay, we've got them here in front of us. Any questions about the administrator reports? As long as we've got them here, we can ask them. I think things are in pretty good shape. Anybody have any questions about any of them? Okay, Luke, anything you want to add?
Just a quick note, my report says that we had 2 vacancies for paraprofessionals, and those that tentatively been filled. So it's been a little bit of a rough year with people coming and going, but we've been able to kind of piece it together here and there, but as of right now, we're good.
Good, so full staff.
And stay tuned, but we're good.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of schools around the state that aren't, so congratulations on that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, any questions for Luke? Okay, Jen, anything you want to add?
You'll see on the report there that I talked about the seal by literacy. It's something we've had and it's kind of been around for a few years. It is a nationwide program. We've applied for it, and so our students can take benefit from it this year. What it will do is adds like a little saying to their transcript that they are bilingual. So most of our students that are in our AP Spanish class will have the opportunity to do that. It ran through. All of them qualify based on their SAT English score or their AP language score. So as long as they score above a 3 and a 4 on their AP Spanish score, they will receive the seal of biliteracy. If they score 4 or 5, if they score a 3 on the Spanish AP, they will get the commendations seal. And after digging in a little bit and looking to see what the benefits are of it, there are some schools in Illinois that will actually offer them 14 credit hours. Anywhere from 6 to 14 credit hours in the state of Illinois at various colleges throughout the state. So I don't know as far as out of state, but that's a pretty nice incentive for doing well on your AP test in addition to those credits that they earn.
And kudos, I'm sorry to mention this again, but to our Spanish department, foreign language department, our kids usually do very well on the AP Spanish exam. So these kids are gonna walk away. I mean, she told me today, like, you could earn up to 14 credit hours at certain schools. Wow, that's almost a semester of.
That's amazing.
Not completely free, but almost
Well,
free. I mean,
That's a lot, that's a lot more than you would pay it, there are a lot less than you pay it a 4-year,
Yeah.
for darn sure.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, believe me.
Mine.
Yeah, we used to, when we used to do a credit, my son graduated 15 hours. You know, and so that's a semester going down the drain, so that was good. Any questions of Jen, anything you want to ask? Thank you for that, Jen. Okay, Mr. Spencer, we'll turn it over to you.
Sure, yes, so. As you know, it's the holiday season, concert season, we just had the Magicals in here. Last night was the high school choral concert, last Thursday was the 5th and 6th grade band concert. So just a couple things coming up to invite everyone to come out and see our concerts over the next few weeks. December 12th, we have our middle school band concert at 7 o'clock, and these are all at the Performing Arts Center. I have the date wrong, in high school band concert, but it's the 16th, actually. No, 14th, excuse me, it's on the 14th. And then the 19th, we have the middle school choral concert. So just a few more coming up, as well as the Madrigals this weekend. As I said, they have a Friday performance at 7, doors opening at like 6:45, 6:30, 6:45. And then Saturday, they have a little special with the grazing table that you'll be able to go to if you're interested in that. It opens up a little sooner, I believe like at 6:15, somewhere in there, 6 o'clock. So you can hit the grazing table. And then Sunday's just a normal like Friday. But then at 2 o'clock again. So a lot of fun, exciting things going on at the high school. Those concerts going on for the schools. Jason hit on this real quick earlier, but I have right here. This is our board of review documents that Mr. Stu Witt and his law firm filed yesterday or Monday, I think, with the board of review to go against the complaint against the G Hitachi. So as he said, this will set the motion and movement for the board of review to have their review of that. That will probably take place. This is a little bit later than usual, so I'm assuming probably late January, early February, somewhere in there. And they'll usually send us something, and then we'll last rate we went to it. So I'll inform the board when that comes out, when it is. If people want to come, you're welcome to come and watch that. So
You want something to read before you go to sleep? There it is.
I'm gonna trust Stu on that. I'm not gonna read it.
No.
But yeah, that's a heck of a document. So, but I'd be glad to answer any questions if I have.
Anybody have any questions about that? You know, if you want to attend the hearing, well, it's interesting. Stu always does a great job presenting for us. They don't always come up with the answers to the questions he asks, but it is what it is. So I think we're always very well represented with that.
All right, that's all I have.
That all you got?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dan, anything from the educational center?
No, nothing, that's
Just what's here, right? Okay. Any questions about the athletic director's report? Do you have any questions about that? All right, then, any communication from the floor in regard to agenda items or anything in general? And hearing none, then let's move on to old business. I will entertain a first and second motion to adopt the 2023 property tax levy for the Coal City Community Unit District Number 1 and approve the certification and filing with the Grundy and Will County Clerk as follows. Quinzel moves, Mary seconds. Roll call, please, Wanda.
Quinn Harmon.
Yes.
Mary Dow. Yes. Danny Eagleheart.
Yes.
Cindy Klein. Yes. Steve Rogers.
Yes.
And Lynn.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Spencer, you want to update us on the facility?
Yeah, definitely can do that. So, not a whole lot to update. We did just meet before this meeting with Mr. Engelhardt and Mr. Harmon. Just kind of went over some things that we're looking at, still tidying up. It does look like that we'll be going out to bid somewhere around December 19th for our stadium project and the baseball and softball fields to get the bids to see where we're at. We probably plan on having those here for the board at the January study session. And we may or may not have to have a special board meeting more to come on that. But that was, we talked a few things about the shed situation that we talked about here at the middle school. And we're looking at maybe changing that a little bit and reskinning the existing shed at the high school that we added a couple years ago. And then adding on to our current shed here at the middle school, we found out we can add a couple bays next to that, which would give some storage here as well as an opportunity for one of our vehicles to be in and out that travels throughout the district. And then doing just a smaller version of the concession stand and bathrooms for the fall activities or outside activities here at the middle school. So still doing that. We believe that we can possibly do that if for the same price, if not maybe a little bit cheaper.
Okay.
And that came from a recommendation from Jenny Wickheiser, head of maintenance. He had said that he thinks we'd be better served, he would be better served in his maintenance crew to be at the high school because of what's already there, the easy in and out. So it was a nice recommendation. Other than that, we just had a few conversations about some other things that we're looking at and getting bids on.
Okay.
So we'd be glad to answer any questions if anybody has any.
So that should take care of what we need then with it.
Yeah, we should, if we're able to get that stuff out and we get the bids back and take a look at them, we'll bring those to the board and get a chance to see where we're at with it.
But do you have any questions about that?
I don't know, Claire, Dan, do you have anything else to add?
No, some cover.
Okay, very good then. All right, then moving on, then I will entertain a first and second motion to approve the resolution for working cash fund abatement and to waive the reading of the resolution. Mary so moves and Dan seconds. Jason, anything you want to mention about that?
So this is the kind of the last step of our bond process. We received the proceeds of the bonds. They were working cash bonds, so they came into the working cash fund. We now need a mechanism to move them from there into the capital projects fund so that we can utilize them to finance these projects. So this is what's necessary to do that.
Okay, thank you. Jason. Any questions, Jason? Okay, roll call, please, Luana.
Mary Gill. Yes. Danny Eagleheart.
Yes.
Brett Harmon.
Yes.
Cindy Klein. Yes. Steve Rogers.
Yes.
And Miller.
Yes. Okay, I'm running back and forth here. Okay, let's go to new business. And go ahead, you want to talk anything about the
Just quickly, yes, so this is the first reading of our revised district policies. I'll be contacting Cindy and Steve here shortly to set up a meeting to go through those. I'm actually in a webinar tomorrow that's going over the different changes. So I didn't want to schedule before then, because I want to make sure I had time to get information together. Just remember, we have to have 3 readings, so this was the first one. We'll get together. I'll share some information with you guys. Appreciate your time with that, but we'll get together and hopefully get those approved here after the new year.
Okay, thank you, you two, for your time with us. I know how this goes, so thank you much. We appreciate that, that's for sure. Okay, you want to talk about the school calendar?
Yeah, we've started that process. I've actually met with Union. They had a representative that met with some of their other reps and we met and talked about it. We have a pretty good start on it. It's not ready to be voted on yet. Just as a reminder that our calendar really comes from GABC. We have 4 high schools that attend there. We can't all be on different times and have different days off because that just doesn't work well for our kids. That means they're gonna have extra time off. So things like Christmas break, things like spring break, all need to be pretty similar. Otherwise, our kids miss out on 2 weeks possibly of instruction. So, but we've been working with Union. They had a few recommendations, so we're looking that over and working on it. Yeah, it was a good meeting. I appreciate their willingness to work with us and offer suggestions, but also understanding that the vocational center does pretty much guide us with what we can do with that.
Any questions about that? Okay, then I will entertain a first and second motion to approve the annual membership of the Three Rivers Educational Partnership for 2023, 2024, the amount of $750. Cindy so moves. Steve seconds. Anything you want to mention about that?
Just something we do every year to stay part of that. It's something that's really good for our district, for our kids.
It is good. It is a good situation for us. Okay, roll call, please, Linda.
Cindy Klein. Yes. Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Danny Eagleheart.
Yes.
Mary Gill. Yes. Brett Harmon.
Yes.
And Miller.
Yes. Entertain a first and second motion to approve the following mid-year graduates, student numbers 2024672, 2024855, 2024683, 2024688, 2024841, and 2024648, and the mid-year exclusion of student number 2024159. With some moves and Dan seconds. Again, this is something we do every year, so it's just a formality. Roll call, please, Luana.
Brett Harmon.
Yes.
Danny Eagleheart.
Yes.
Mary Gill. Yes. Cindy Klein. Yes. Steve Rogers.
Yes.
And Miller.
Yes, I think my wife would be pleased that I read all those good.
You do well.
That's just the way it goes. Okay, Entertain a first and second motion to approve the donation of $1,400 from the Morris Hospital for the athletics program. Mary so moves and Dan seconds. Roll call, please, Luana.
Mary Gill.
Yes.
Dan Eagleheart.
Yes.
Whit Harman.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. First and second motion to approve the resolutions accepting the school site donation in the amount of $1,715.35 and the amount of $1,959.99 from Grundy County, and to waive the reading of the resolutions. Cindy so moves and Steve seconds. Roll call, please, Wanda.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Dan Eagleheart.
Yes.
Mary Gill. Yes. Whit Harman.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. First and second motion to approve the board's financial contribution to the.
I'm sorry, I have much more issue with stuff. This is one of the stuff.
Okay, you want to
Yeah.
go ahead? Okay.
So, yeah, this is one of the ones that I was talking about earlier with Jack. So we have students, if you remember in the fall, Jack came to us early fall about instead of doing a fall play, do a fall musical. So hopefully be adjudicated and make it down to the fall, the high school musical festival, theater festival, excuse me, down in Bloomington this year. So he was gonna come to us and present and ask for the money to help pay for that. This is essentially their state. Just like if, for example, last year our wrestling team made it to state, we didn't have the wrestling team come in and ask for money for that. We paid for it. We as the board paid for that. This is the same thing. So there's nothing really to prove. It's just letting you know about that we have that they were adjudicated. They were accepted down there. It's a great opportunity for our kids, for our program. I'm very excited about it. Again, they'll be doing the Alice by Heart, which is the fall musical that they did earlier. They have already started practicing for that again and getting ready for that. So it is a lot. They're going from our stage, which is a nice big stage, to something much smaller. He found out on Sunday. The auditorium itself is around 700 people, I believe, that they're performing at, but the stage is quite a bit smaller, so they're having to figure some things out. But knowing Jack and his crew that they will have this under control, and it'll be amazing.
Where are they going to perform?
They are performing at U-High,
Yeah.
right in Bloomington, high school, Bloomington, yes. So
Maybe they get the bone center, but not gonna.
then that one doesn't see them enough. They were thinking that this would bring a lot of students in, and it is mainly just for students. I should say that too, because it's a festival that goes on for a few days. We did not have anybody try out for the actual play. They're going to play this year down there, and we had anybody try out for that. So that was the reason that they tried to get adjudicated. So again, we're successful in so very exciting. But after we talked about it a little bit, this is something it's just like our wrestlers won the state when they won state last year.
I agree. Okay.
And then good, right on
Yeah, go ahead with the other
So
one.
it's kind of the same thing. Hope was gonna come in and talk. We were very fortunate. We have a young lady who earned an opportunity to attend a state band for the ILMEA, which is the Illinois Music Educators Association. Mackenzie Messina went through a rigorous task, I would say. She had to try out multiple times, and she's one of our first ones in quite a few years to be able to successfully try out and make it to the state ILMEA festival they have. Again, like a state, it is a state competition, or not competition, it's a state event. And we'll have both Mackenzie and the members of the musical visit us at another board meeting, but again, same type of thing. Instead of having to come in, she made the state. We had a tennis player make the state this fall. We didn't have her come in, and after we did, but not do that. So that's why I just told Hope, don't worry about it. Great for her, and we'll have them in later after the new year to talk a little bit about it.
Sure. So any questions about that? Okay, then let's go with the motions. I'll entertain a first and second motion to approve the board's financial contribution to the cast and crew of Alice by Heart to help defray the cost of participation in the 2024 ILHSTF. And so moves and Dan seconds. Roll call, please, Luana.
Whit Harman.
Yes.
Dan Eagleheart.
Yes.
Mary Gill.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. Entertain a first and second motion to approve the board's financial contribution to Mackenzie Messina to help defray the costs of participation in the state ILMEA. Cindy so moves and Dan seconds. Roll call, please, Luana.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Dan Eagleheart.
Yes.
Mary Gill.
Yes.
Whit Harman.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. Entertain a first and second motion to approve the donation from the athletic boosters in the amount of $9,074.99 as presented. Mary so moves and Steve seconds. Roll call, please, Luana.
Mary Gill.
Yes.
Steve Rogers.
Yes.
Dan Eagleheart.
Yes.
Whit Harman.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Go ahead.
Just what that was for, they purchased new chairs for our athletics, for both gyms. So that they're not sitting on the over chairs or on the benches, or sitting actually on the chairs. So that's what that's we appreciate the partnership with the athletic boosters.
Yeah.
And that, my neighbors are very good about putting it back into the program.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, any items not known at agenda preparation time? Or any communication from the floor in regard to agenda items or anything in general? Hearing none, then at 6:40, I will entertain a first and second motion to go into closed session for the purpose of considering information regarding the appointment, employment, compensation, performance, and administrative contracts. Dan so moves and Steve seconds. Roll call, please, Alana.
Kenny?
Yes.
Steve Rogers?
Yes.
Mary Gill?
Yes.
Mike Harmon?
Yes.
Cindy Klein?
Yes.
Cindy Miller?
Yes.